1, 2, 3, clap. This is our 5th attempt at this. Hi, and welcome to Hey Buddy, Nice Podcast. Over there in Scotland, that's Brogan Hastings.
And over there in Australia, that's Wayne and
Yep, that's it for our intros, because we can't get it down. We know what we want to say, it's just not working. It's like, because over there in Scotland, that's my twin, Brogan Hastings.
And over there in Australia, wearing the same t-shirt as me, which is the point of all of this, it's Wayne.
Exactly, because I just realised that people can't see us anyway, so it doesn't make any sense. It's just another layer of the auditory format not working, because it's a visual medium that needs to be used for that joke.
Yep.
But we
how
knew.
How many attempts did that take us?
That was like 5. That was probably the record. The record, I think, more than likely. Oh, that was stressful. Actually, it wasn't that stressful in comparison to the rest of my life. But between episodes, I may have, earlier this week on Tuesday, I sounded a little stressed, because I was, and don't get me wrong, I still am, and there are still issues in my life, but one of them has been resolved, so it's all good. I'm not going to have stress dreams about it anymore. Yep. I mean, I'm still going to have stress dreams, but just not about that.
Yeah.
All right, so we did a lot of art talk that wasn't really art talk. It was still art talk, but we'll do... No, we're not going to do art talk. We were going to jump straight into Vegas talk, weren't we?
Yeah, we can jump into Vegas talk. I can't remember.
Because we've got cheese bag mail.
Ooh!
Oh, I hit the drop and it worked. I didn't hit the wrong one. So, yeah, we figured we'd get... Because we don't know. Like, we might get caught up in some of the shit that we talk about, so...
True. Very true.
This cheese bag mail comes from us all the way from Las Vegas, from Scoop Jesus, a.k.a. I like this now, that people are using cheese bag names, because it's using a.k.a. Scoop Cheeses.
I like that.
FKA Scoop... I can't read that. Scoop Piercer. That's what it is. It's the double O double P that was throwing me. Scoop Piercer. And Scoop Cheeses writes, I hear you're coming to Vegas soon. As local Scoop cheese bag, that's Scoop / cheese bag, I thought I'd toss out some recommendations for while you're here. I was happy to hear Jobeth recommend Chef Kenny's. Chef Kenny's vegan dim sum is one of my favorite restaurants in Vegas. For a unique dining experience, I highly recommend Blackout Dining in the Dark. Ooh. I've always been opposed to it until what podcast were they talking about this on recently? Was it ICS, or might have been Two Characters and a Clown?
I think it was 2 characters and a clown.
Yeah, well, they said I think it's vegan.
Ooh.
That I would do, because no risk of seafood or anything like that, or in your case, meat at all.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Do you get a menu? Do you see what's coming up? Or is it just pitch black, here's food to eat? Yeah,
I believe by definition, blackout is in every sense. So, as in, not every sense, because you have your other senses. But yeah, you don't see the menu. That's the whole idea, the dining experience. But do you think your other 4 senses would be enough to put you off eating something? Smell, I think could.
Smell could, absolutely. The worry is that if smell doesn't, and you put whatever it is on your tongue, and it's a horrible texture, because I have trouble with textures as well. Yeah. That I would go, nah, and then I wouldn't be able to see the plate, and I'd just spit food somewhere
into the person
possibly
sitting across
down
from
myself.
You. Yeah. Well, you've got touch. You could stick your finger in it and see what it's like.
Can't do that with everything.
You could hold the plate up to your ear and jiggle it and see if it sounds jiggly. I don't know if you have a problem with jiggly food or not.
Then.
Oh, yeah, right. What's the other sense? Eyes, ears, nose, mouth.
Sound.
Touch. That's ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we went through all 5 senses. Yeah, that works. Here we go. We got more information about it. Just like the name suggests, you eat in a completely dark dining room. The servers wear high vision goggles, night vision goggles. I thought it was saying that the servers wear high vis so you can see them. It's like, well, no, it's total black. You won't be able to see them. So yeah, they wear night vision goggles, and you are served a mystery multi-course menu. The host or hostess, the server, will ask for any food allergies before seating, but everything else will be safe for Brogan. Best part is, Blackout is right next to the Rio.
Ooh! Oh, okay, I'm slightly more tempted by that.
Yeah, spitting distance.
Yeah.
If you can drive a bit further from the strip, which we will be able to do, you can check out No Butcher, Vegas's all-vegan deli, serving sandwiches made with house-made meats and cheeses. And these are good vegan cheeses, not like that some name brand junk some restaurants and stores carry. They were recently featured on an episode of Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins and Dives. That's Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins and Dives. The last restaurant I'll recommend, you know what? I don't want to go to I'd probably go somewhere where Guy Fieri suggests, but I don't think I'd go to one of his restaurants. Because is there not one in the Rio?
There was.
The Mexican place.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still there, or I have a funny feeling it's under renovation. It was shut when I was there, when I looked, but I don't know if that was just... I don't know if that was timing-wise.
Alright. The last restaurant I'll recommend is you guessed it, vegan fine dining place at Resorts World called Crossroads. Did you go to Resorts World? Did you walk through Resorts World?
I think I did.
I don't remember seeing this place. It's a bit pricey, but they have some great small plates and some of my favorite vegan pizza. A tough competition between them and Gorilla Pizza in the Hard Hat Lounge downtown. Ooh. Crossroads also has some mocktails at the bar. There you go. Yeah. If you headed to the Arts District, which we sure will be, for a show of the Bucket Variety, perhaps. Yes, we certainly will. The Bucket Show, March 25th. Then, where were we? Bucket Variety, perhaps. There's my favorite Mexican restaurant, Tarkatarian, which serves an all-vegan menu on top of quality Mexican cuisine. If you want to check out some museums, the Neon Museum, yeah. I was thinking about that. But it's the kind of place you have to go to at night, I reckon, though.
Yeah.
It's a unique boneyard of old Vegas signs. Definitely check out a tour at night, yes. And hit me up for tickets, since I'm a member, and get you half-price admission! Woo! Yeah! Another interesting stop is the Mob Museum. Yeah, I've just lost my audio. I'll be back. Another interesting stop is the Mob Museum. I don't know.
I'm quite fascinated with mob stuff.
Okay.
I think because I really, really, and this is so sad, I really enjoyed the Mafia games.
Oh, okay.
You know, I platinumed Mafia 2.
Mafia 2, me and Mafia 2, we do not have a good relationship, my friend. I played it when it first came out, and this is like PS3 era, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Day one, it was buggy as fuck, and it couldn't be played, and I just never went back to it.
Yeah.
That's why I have issue with it, that's all.
I played them when it was the definitive edition.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
coming out. So yeah, they're pretty good, and I'm pretty sure because Mafia either is or was on the free games.
Oh.
For download. I'm pretty sure it was last month with.
I'm sure I've got it there. Yeah.
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 So yeah, I'm quite curious to see that.
I love walking around museums and stuff and like making fun of them, like just like shooting shit with friends and that, and because what me and my brothers did growing up, like with anything. But I also worry I'd be walking around the Mob Museum and then I would turn a corner and go, she, like every time.
Are you worried that an actual mobster is going to hear you and say that guy needs whacked?
Yep, that's exactly it. First of all, it's going to be, that guy's whack. Let's whack him. That's it.
At least you know they can't bury you in Lake Mead because there's no water there.
That's right, yeah. Well, actually, no. The problem is that they can bury me in Lake Mead because they can dig up the fucking sediment and put me in the barrel under it.
That's so much effort, though.
It is, yeah. No mobster wants to dig. Though, of course, they're going to fucking take me out there and make me dig it myself. I'd say, yeah that's reason enough to not fucking cause trouble at the Mob Museum. I don't want to dig my own grave. Sure, it's fine it's a grave. Just don't make me dig it.
We'll put that in the maybe pile.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe Wayne will dig his own grave.
Yeah.
Like, not metaphorically for once.
Yeah.
The Neon Museum is one we've already talked about. The Mob Museum, located not far from the Neon Museum, right off Fremont Street. How did I miss the Neon Museum then, if it's right off Fremont Street? Yeah. There's a speakeasy in the basement with mocktails.
Ooh.
If you like 250-pound robots fighting to death, and who doesn't, there's a nightly BattleBot show behind Bally's. Very much well aware. I've walked past that many times on 7-Eleven walks.
I want to go to that because I miss Robot Wars. Robot
Wars is huge in the UK.
Oh yeah. I used to watch that before school when I was growing up. I fucking loved. Mitchell had robots, like life 1-to-1 scale version, toy versions of at least 2 of the robots.
My mom started getting my brother a magazine, right, where it was Build Your Own Robot. Yeah. And it always came with DVDs in it and stuff. And like every week it would have a new part for the robot. And the DVD would always have like BattleBots or Robot Wars stuff, because it was from UK. It had Robot Wars stuff in it. And yes, that's the only way I know. I forget which one. Robot Wars is the UK one. Yeah. That's the only reason why I know about it is because of that. And then it was years later I'd start seeing like BattleBots show up on TV and things like that.
Yeah.
Behind Bally's. Unfortunately, that is factually incorrect.
I believe it is, yes, because Bally's no longer exists.
That's right, and it's not even behind the Horseshoe. It's behind the I think it's behind the Caesars training building or something like that, which is behind the Horseshoe. Formerly Bally's. Yes.
It's in the region of the Horseshoe.
It is, yeah. It's the same building. They're attached to each other. But I only know that because I've walked so many times to the 7-Eleven, the closest 7-Eleven to the Flamingo Hotel and Casino in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. But yeah, hopefully it's still running by the time we get there. And then Scoop Cheeses continues on saying, if you want to hang out with a random listener and future friend, let me know when you're in town and when you might have some extra time. I'm sure you'll have a busy schedule planned for your epic Vegas vacation. Stay fresh, Scoop Jesus, aka Scoop Cheeses, FKA Scoop Piercer. I had to think hard to read that. Yeah, definitely. I mean,
hell yeah.
I mean, there's definitely people we're going to be meeting up with, I'm sure, who are not of the celebrity genre.
Yeah.
I know Sarah Boyle was saying she just listening to us, just wants to tag along with everything we fucking do. It's like, I'm sure we're going to hang out at some point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll be around. And I was going to plug this later, but my Vegas trip account is Brogan Alive on Instagram will be up and running, so you'll be able to find me on there. And I think I might start a Twitter for it as well.
I was thinking we just post shit on at NicePod Bud as well.
Oh, we'll definitely be doing that as well. And mostly is Brogan Alive.
Yes,
it's for my parents, but
for your mother.
If you want to, if you want to see what I'm telling my parents one day,
it may slightly differ from the truth. I mean, your mom listens.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It didn't last time.
Let's put it this way. When you're saying, at the Scoop Variety Show, look, here's Harrison Greenbaum, as opposed to, at the Scoop Variety Show, here's Brenna's butt.
Here's Jimmy Sloan. Here's a man and a sex doll doing an act.
Well, if you consider standing there for 6.5 minutes and act.
That was fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
Oh, it's still the best part. I'm talking without hearing because I accidentally pulled out the cable from my headphones again. See, look, I was saying how much I like these new headphones, right? The cable is loose in these compared to the XM4s, and that bothers me.
Yeah, I'm tugging on mine just now. It seems pretty solid.
Yeah, solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pound chest, peace, bro. But yes, look, if we don't reach out, it's purely because we're busy or we've forgotten. So feel free to reach out to us as well while we're out and about, because we've got some things planned that are immovable objects because they're in stone.
Date sensitive.
Date sensitive, yeah. Give us a shout out and we'll see what we're doing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So, not just did we receive cheese bag mail, I'm an idiot. I closed Twitter, but we've received some information from Slaking Fool.
Ooh.
I haven't read any of this, so let's hope that he only says cunt a couple of times. I don't know how far up to go. January 18. I don't know what this is. What is a synthroid with iced coffee? I don't even know if it's related to the information he's given us, but let's continue. So he's saying, and he's provided photos, and I tell you, he is convincing us, I believe, to go to these places. So he's saying, there's a chain, Giordano's in Vegas, that carries Chicago-style stuffed crust with the sauce on top. Ask Jacob about Broncos near the IKEA. Oh shit, are you going to want to go to the IKEA?
I don't know. I might.
As far as I'm aware, every IKEA is the fucking same. Yeah. He recommended that for deep dish a few years back, but I never made it there. And that is a good looking fucking deep dish pizza.
Oh, yeah.
And this is Giordano's, and it looks a bit sloppier. I mean, it is a slice, but that crust looks insane. Are you looking at that now?
Yeah. The melted cheeses and the crust is always the best. The sauce, it's fine.
Yeah.
On a pizza. So replacing the amount of sauce, the amount of cheese, there's far more cheese on this pizza and a thick ass crust, and I want. Yep.
I mean, I can't eat much bread, but I'm gonna eat the fuck out of it. Let's see. It also says, peruse Pizza Rock Las Vegas's website for all they carry. I'm fond of their slices and the Detroit red top. And then he's posting something which has got peppers on it and like maybe little balls of bocconcini or mozzarella, and then little meatballs, sausage probably. That looks great. And then there's a square pizza. I'm not a fan of square pizzas. About all other pizza places I've enjoyed in Vegas have closed, except Northside Nathan's, and these are all square. Aside from Dutch oh, here we go. We're getting into my territory now. We've done the Brogan pizza talk. Now we're getting into the coffee talk. Oh, hang on. I've got a button here somewhere. I've pushed 2 minutes. No, it doesn't want to drop the coffee talk. That's fine. I've broken my stream deck. Oh, wow, I really have.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, well. The music will still play either way. Aside from Dutch Brothers, which I've never tried, Matt's been keen on scooters of late. Now I don't know if it must be Public Us, not Public US. Public Us for black coffee. It's Fremont East adjacent, but I would not recommend an unaccompanied walk to there. Yeah, that's a good advice. I think there's more coffee options in the Fremont casinos now, other than Starbucks. Maybe something in the D. I haven't been there in ages, but Chicago Brewing Company at the Four Queens had a pizza that I quite enjoyed to round out an evening of drinking. It says Chicago-style deep dish, $14.99, 9-inch deep dish prepared with the Chicago way with sausage, pepperoni, pizza sauce, and mozzarella cheese. And once Pizza Rock opened mere blocks away, that's where I started to gravitate to. So yes, that is definitely some places to check out, I believe.
Definitely.
Just checking. Yep, Stream Deck is still fucked. I'm down to try out as many pizza places as we can.
As am I. And I'm down to just try food.
Yeah,
to be honest.
That's always something I look forward to on my America trips is food. Because there's just so much shit that is different compared to home. I mean, even though like a lot of similarities, but so many differences, really.
Yeah, because we're gonna do a lot of walking on this holiday anyway, so we're gonna need energy.
Exactly. Yeah. So we need high protein pizza, high protein coffee. Kez is going to need high protein gelato. She is devastated at the moment with the Rio, because when we were at the Flamingo, there was a gelato place like at the Link in the Link Promenade. And she really liked it, and she's concerned that there's not going to be a decent gelato place nearby.
Well, who do we know that goes to the Rio quite often for perhaps work purposes that we could maybe ask?
Let's see. Oh, I know. The concierge.
Oh, yeah.
Concierge desk.
We could do that. Yeah.
That would actually make some good sense. I was trying to make a joke, and the concierge was the first person I thought of, and no, actually, concierge. Yeah. No, it's easy. Just go to Google Maps, Open now, 5 or 4.5 star minimum. That's the way we do it. Do it on the day. Don't look it up now, Brogan. No need to look it up now. I don't think I can stop Brogan from looking it up now.
I'm not looking it up. It's the minute I open a new tab, it starts giving me stories. So instead of Googling it, I'm like, what's happening? What the fuck is happening?
What do you mean stories? Oh, you mean like news stories?
Yeah, so that's...
Yeah, because it's Google.
So I'm like, what is...
Yep, got ya.
Anything I should... Because sometimes it gives me Vegas stuff.
Yeah.
So I always have a check, see if there's any of that.
Speaking of stories, though, Facebook has been bothering me a bit of late. I mean, more than usual. Because I don't use Facebook much, except for posting. And I'll use Messenger. But because I've been home alone doing nothing, I scroll occasionally, right, while sitting here. And now they're suggesting... there's always ad suggestions, but there's also reel suggestions, REEL, like Instagram reels.
Oh, right, yeah.
They are all fucking thirst traps. Like, all of them. It's like, what have I done to think that this is what I want pushed upon me?
I mean, we're both experiencing weird targeted ads and recommendations. Like,
what are you getting?
The thing I sent you last week is... which was, I was scrolling on TikTok, and you know how you get ads in between TikTok sometimes. An ad came up for Better Health, which... BetterHelp.
Yes, BetterHelp.
Which, if you don't know, is the online therapist service. And it would not let me scroll past it. It would let me scroll back, and then up again, and it would like restart the ad, and I'm like, I have a video of me going up and down, just me trying to scroll past this fucking thing, and TikTok was clearly like, no, you need help. Yeah,
Brogan, you need this. You need to go to betterhealth.com. No, sorry, betterhelp.com or .org or whatever it is. You need to enter the promo code PEN. Yeah. Because I know they have been a sponsor at one point or another. So
yeah.
You sent me a video of you trying to scroll past it, and it's just black. Maybe you found the end of TikTok.
Yeah, it wouldn't go any... Like, when it got to the end of the ad, it let me scroll.
Oh, what? That's fucked. That's like 15-second unskippable YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Ads. You know, I've got a way to avoid YouTube videos. Don't go on to avoid the ads. I think I might have talked about this before. I'm not sure. But I refuse to watch 2 15-second ads, right?
Yes.
If it says 1, maybe sometimes. But then if it says like 1 of 2, this is only on the PlayStation, by the way, because I use ad block on everything else. Yeah. So I'll press play, then it says 2 ads, 15 seconds. I go back straight away. And I might have to do that 2 or 3 times until it says 1 of 2, 6 seconds. I let the first 6-second ad play. I back out of it. I go back in, and the YouTube video I want to watch starts.
I thought about doing that sometimes, but I'm like, am I just spending more time?
It's not about the time for me. It's about the
principle of things.
Yeah, but it's definitely not 30 seconds worth. And I don't even know if it's 6 seconds worth. So
I've had ads come up before where it was like an hour and like 2 hours or something.
But you
where
could
it was like a whole ass movie. You could skip, but I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. The only time I don't skip the ads is if I'm letting the YouTube do its thing, like if I'm watching Bowie videos or something, and it'll just play one after the other. And for those playing at home, last time I did that, it only took 5 videos to get from David Bowie to Harry Styles.
Like if I'm doing something else and there's like you say, if it's just in a chain and it'll play and I'm not watching, if it's a long ad and I'm like, it's been playing for a wee bit, and I'll look up and it's got the skip ad button, I'll click it. But
yeah. I don't think I've ever seen any of those hour-long ads before pop up.
Only once, and I remember posting it and going, what the fuck? And somebody said, yeah, I've had one of them as well.
I know, like, I've heard the boys on ICS complain before, like, all their YouTube ads are fucking political ads and that. It's like, I don't get any political ads really in Australia.
No.
Yeah. Even during election time. I've seen them, like, last state election, I saw a couple, but that might have been my own fault for... like looking into it, researching, doing my civic duty, knowing, but no, that I knew who I was voting for in that case, not the fucking assholes. Yeah. I don't look. I've made a mistake. I didn't start my timer today. we've been recording for a total of 32 minutes, but there were some mess ups and shit in there.
I would say at least 7 minutes of that is...
Yeah, cool. So maybe it's still a little bit... Oh, we got a question. Let's see, a few hands up. Yes, in the Scoopfest 2022 shirt.
I mean, do you want to take a guess what I'm going to ask? Because it's the same thing every time.
No, you may not. Go, do it.
Thank you, sir.
Brogan is going to go pee. Which means it's time for episode 9 of the Murder Party Podcast. The podcast about the Murder Party murder. This episode is brought to you by Moody Octopus. Moody Octopus, you never know what mood it's going to be in. Is it going to be happy? Is it going to be sad? That was episode 9 of the Murder Party Podcast. Speaking of Moody Octopus, I did see a funny little comic today where it said Angry Octopus, and you got octopus with like two of its tentacles, two of its arms folded, and it's all like angry face looking. And then next to it, Very Angry Octopus, and it's got all 8 arms folded and is like scowling. It was great. Yep, good times. Good times. Browsing that imager, looking at memes. As one does. Sometimes the memes make me sad, because sometimes they're memes about raccoons. Raccoons that get given a piece of fairy floss, and they take that fairy floss and being, a wise raccoon. It's like, this is food I've just been handed from a filthy human. By the way, fairy floss is cotton candy. I should wash it off first. So it goes to wash the cotton candy off in the river in front of it, and the cotton candy just disintegrates, and the raccoon's like, what the fuck has happened to my cotton candy? And it just brings a single tear to my eye. I'm getting choked up just thinking about it. That poor motherfucking raccoon. But then I see good raccoon ones, like, let's see, the ones where it's like colourful background and it's like, I've got a raccoon in a cowboy hat, and it says like, I'm having a breakdown. Yeah, they're great. True to life. So relatable. Thank fuck Brogan is coming back. Could you hear any of that?
No, I saw you, I heard you say something. I have no idea what
you'll hear it. It's not getting cut. It was episode 9 of Murder Party Podcast.
I was going to say, it's like, that's my body's just making an excuse. Subconsciously, I'm like, Wayne needs an excuse to do Murder Party.
You knew that Murder Party Podcast had, because I don't think there was an episode last week, was there?
There wasn't, no.
No, very sad.
I had a guess. No, it's because I'm actually drinking water this week, so my body's not used to being hydrated.
Oh, yep.
It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
But you've been drinking water for the last, a fair few weeks now.
Clarification, I've been drinking only water.
Yeah.
Which means the choices are water or nothing.
Oh, so you've been having nothing, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep your drinking water.
Yeah.
Okay, remember last episode I was talking about how I thought I left my wallet behind and stuff, and then I sort of talked about a phone story that I sort of billboarded and never got back around to because we were talking about our art crimes. So yeah, my phone this morning, right? Mm-hmm. I still not in a great way, right? Mentally, my mental state, not schmick, not good. And I said to myself, next time I go to the shops, I'm gonna get my screen protector replaced, my glass screen protector, because when I purchased them, it came in a box of 2 from one of these phone repair places, and they're like, when that one gets cracked, bring it back and we'll put the other one on. Right? That's part of our service charge to you. Like, cool, awesome. And it's been a couple of months I had cracks in the glass screen protector, right? I mean, for starters, I knew that it was fine underneath. No, the screen was fine. That's the whole point. Yeah. That's why I've got a fucking OtterBox Defender and glass screen protector after my last phone. But I still have anxiety over... okay, what if I go there, say, hey, this is what I was told. It's about time to get it replaced. It's been a year, and you said you'd do it for me. I'm like, what? No, why would we say that? What are you thinking? You're gonna have to pay us again. And worst case scenario, I'd have to pay them like $20 to put the new screen protector on. Yeah. So I don't want to go and do that, but I told myself that I would. Healthy things to do, I'll do it. And I was going to the shops to go food shopping, look for some shoes, almost said something I'm not allowed to say because you're sitting there.
Okay.
So first thing I did, though, was go to the phone repair place. Now, before I left, I checked to make sure I still had the receipt in the box, and it was. So just in case I needed some evidence to say it was from them.
Yeah.
And I say, yep, hey, this is the story. And she's like, yeah, okay, cool. And then she takes off the glass screen protector, and then she holds up the phone to me. And she did say, I didn't hear her properly. She said, yep, it's all good. It's not cracked underneath. But all I heard was cracked underneath. I'm like, what? No, it's not. It's like, yeah, correct. It's not. I'm like, oh, good. It's like, yep, come back in 15 minutes. And I'm starting to get messages from people and cases because they're popping up on my phone. And this is literally after I've just had my phone over and walked away. And Kaz is like, can I call you in like 15 minutes? I'm like, well, possibly. It's going to take 15 minutes to do my phone. It's like, I don't know what to do. But so I said, I'm trying to respond on my watch typing. It's like, I will call you in 15, screen repair thingy, send. I'm like, okay. So I get back, pick up my phone, like, just make sure your fingerprint works. It's one of those glass ones, that tempered glass, so your fingerprint reader on the screen still works, and it wasn't working. And she's like, yeah, that's because I haven't set the UV yet. I was like, well, why are you trying to make me test it?
Why give it to you?
Yeah. So it sets the UV, works fine. Works better than it did on the last one, even.
Oh, good.
So I do all my shopping. It took like 2 hours. I get home. I'm like exhausted physically, mentally. And I sit down in my chair and I see something on the ground. And it was this thing here. It is a little vial of the UV setting glue that is required for this screen protector. I see it and instant anxiety kicks in. It's like, oh my fucking God, it's fallen out when I've gone and checked for my receipt in the box. It's post-event anxiety, basically.
Yeah.
It's still kicked in. It's like thinking, oh my God, this could have gone so fucking wrong. They could have been like, oh, you don't have the glue in here. It should have been in there. We can't even do it now. If you pay us, you would have had to have paid $120 for a new screen protector. But guess what? We don't have them. We have to order them specially because that's last year's phone. The new phone's out now. So all that's gone through my head for like a minute, and then all I could do was laugh. Because obviously they do so many of these things. They've probably got these like flowing out their ass. They're like so many. So, but oh God, it's just any other time I probably would have been fine. But
it just wasn't the week for it.
What else we got here? Don't want to talk about that. Don't want to talk about that. Don't want to talk about that. Oh, you know what we can talk about? We can talk about. Yeah, I mean, it'd be neglectful of us to not at least try and keep our place as the #1 license plate and bumper sticker talk podcast. So I pose the question to you, Brogan. Have you seen any license plates or bumper stickers of this past 7 days?
I'm afraid that Scotland has been severely lacking on our number plate and bumper sticker game.
Thank you for calling it a number plate, because it hurts me a little bit every time inside when I say license plate, because it's a fucking number plate in Australia as well, a number plate.
I don't see, now that I've said it, I'm like, what do we usually say?
You're
and
like,
I don't
number
know.
Plate. We don't call it number plate. That just slipped out. What the hell is wrong with you, you freak Aussie?
I genuinely don't know. Yeah. It's going to be one of these things that I'm going to hear, like, Mum and Dad will come, because Mum and Dad are out just now. They're going to come home in the middle of us recording this, and I'm going to, like, open the door. The first thing, instead of hi, is like, what do we call the plate on the car?
Yeah. Number plate. I'd say number. Do you recall any number plates from your childhood, like on the family card? Like, is there one that just, like, sticks in your mind forever and will never leave? Or is it, like, not like that?
I mean, I know that there was... there was, but it's, like, not on our car. Like, I remember that one of my teacher's cars... I can't remember the first 4... So, UK license plates are 4 digits, then 3. And it's, like, 2 letters, 2 numbers, and then 3 letters. But on this teacher's car, the last 3 letters were HRM, which is Mr. H backwards, and his name was Mr. Hewson. So that always made me laugh. Yep.
Because I'll never forget, like, one of the childhood cars, 7LI670. It's just burned forever in my brain. The thing I was about to say. You were talking about Mr. Hewson, license. No, don't. Oh, yes, that's it. License plate. I have a dream license plate that I want to see one day. and it's not a personalised plate. The way that the newer style plates, like for the last however many years, long time now, in WA, they start with the number 1, because once they've gone through all the ones, they can go to 2 instead of starting with a random letter or a number. So it would be the number 1, then 3 letters started with AAA, and then 3 numbers started with 000. So the first license plate in that series is 1 AAA 000.
Yeah.
I want to see this. It's elite speak. I wanted to say 1 CED 734. So it would say iced tea in license plate. I almost saw it this week. It had the iced. So there's only 1,000 of them that start with this 1 CED, because there's only 3 numbers, 000 up to 999. It had a 7 and a 3 in it, in the wrong place, but no 4. So I don't know if it might not even exist. Like they may not have renewed the licensing on the car or something. The person who had it originally. I mean, it's a dream. A boy can dream. But I've seen probably what may be the greatest license plate ever, at least to date, on License Plate Talk. And I sent you a photo of it as soon as I saw it.
You did,
snapped the photo. It just says biatch. That's it. BIACH. Biatch.
Yeah. Biatch.
Yep. That's winning. That's winning. But I did see another one, and I don't know if it reminds me of you or another friend, because for very different reasons. One reason, you are Scottish.
Okay.
Another reason, this person likes the drugs a little bit.
Okay.
It said baggies. So it could either be bagpipes or it could be like, little baggies of drugs. So it could have gone either way. Frankly, I mean, it made me think of you both. So simple as that. That person knew what they were doing. They were appealing directly to me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because everybody, clearly a Hey Buddy Nice podcast listener, it's like, I want to appeal to Wayne with my license plate.
What does it say about me that I heard baggies and went, like baggy trousers? Like madness?
Because you have become numb to bagpipes, being that you're from Scotland.
That's true. That's true. Did I tell you that there's a bagpipe player every time I walk up the way to the castle?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, do you find the bagpipes annoying, or are they fine?
Depends. The bagpipes can be played badly. A lot. And when they're played badly, it's bad. They can get a bit annoying if it's the same tune.
Yeah.
Over and over. Which they sometimes do if it's like... Because not far from our Edinburgh office, there'll be like a wedding reception or something where there'll be a bagpipe. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Wait, was this the Edinburgh office, you said?
Yes, Edinburgh.
I know, not meant to bring it up, but were there bagpipes for the firefighter? I imagine at some point.
Not when I was passing.
Yeah.
There probably was, but not when I was passing.
It probably had the whole Scottish tattoo.
Very possibly.
Are you surprised that I know that?
A little bit, but I don't know. How do you know it?
Because, like, the Scottish... come see the Scottish tattoo performing at such and such. Buy your tickets today. That's why, because they tour.
At such and such. You mean Edinburgh Castle?
No, in Australia, in Perth.
Oh, in Australia?
Yeah,
oh,
like
right.
they tour.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's it. The Scottish tattoo. Which is just a bagpipe wrestling an octopus. I would get that tattoo.
I sent you tattoos that I think we should get.
Did you?
Yeah. Said you're Froggy Hat and I'm Magic.
Oh, were they were, what were they again? Were they...
Raccoons.
They were raccoons. Look, you don't know this because you were away busy, like, doing your business. I was talking about raccoons while you were away. But yeah. What were we talking about before? You were talking about you heard the bagpipes. And because I asked, are they annoying to you? And tune, if it's the same. Okay, so if you're booting up your Spotify and you're like, I'm going to listen to a Korn playlist today. And it randomly picks a song from the album Life is Peachy, and the song is Chutes and Ladders, and you hear Jonathan Davis opening up, playing the bagpipes. Does a single tear run from your eye because, Scotland reminds me of home, or tear from the eye? That's terrible.
Neither. It's probably the kind of thing that I would hear and go, yes!
Yeah. For starters, do you know the song I'm talking about?
I don't... I would probably know it if I heard it, but...
It's the nursery rhyme song. Where it's like, knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog bone, this one, I came rolling and stuff. No. It's an alright song. I like it. It's alright. I've listened to it too many times. Tell us more, Corn Child.
I like all types of corn. Musical and edible.
Yeah. We should get into some art talk because this is one of those episodes which is either going to be too long or too short. But it's going to be a little bit shorter because we don't have music introducing this segment because, we just don't have art talk music. But as usual, let's start with your art this week, which some of them have only just been posted.
Yes, minutes ago. But by the time you hear this, it'll have been a week ago.
Technically minutes. So, technically the ones you posted last week were minutes ago too.
Yeah.
Just a lot more of them, that's all.
So there's 4 that have been posted this week so far. One that has not been.
Yep.
First one up on Tuesday, Wednesday. When was the first?
The first was
Wednesday.
On the Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday.
Yeah. So 1st of March means a new first of a month means a new calendar page.
Hunky boy.
Which means Hunky boy Penn Jillette sitting on his pink car, covering up his business. His business.
Now, this is not a true to life his pink car though. This is this looks very Cadillac-y.
Yeah, the license plate is his.
Oh,
but it was it was from one because I'd started looking for like actual pin-up girls.
Yeah.
Poses.
Yeah.
And that was a pose, and I was like, that's Penn.
Yeah.
Of course, that's Penn.
And for those playing at home, the license plate says atheist.
Which Penn does have. I drew this way back in January.
I remember when you showed me it the first time.
Yeah. I think I probably could have changed some things on it, but I remember looking at it before I posted it, like, I'm sure there's something I could change, but I don't know what and I don't know how.
Well, one change would be like a patrons only, or probably more like an OnlyFans only version.
Yeah. That's very true.
Yeah.
Saving that for the Patreon. So there's that one. The next one up, when I was listening to Great Night, they were talking about the fact that because it's Justin Robert Young's birthday today, happy birthday, Judy.
Oh, is it
happy
literally
birthday,
today?
Ken.
Literally today.
They're both literally today.
Twinsies.
Twinsies.
Yeah, I got to say twinsies. In context.
So they were talking about the fact that they'd done a surprise birthday party for Judy last weekend because he's busy this weekend.
Yep.
And it was that he didn't know what was happening. It was totally surprised, and he'd smoked a little. He was a bit high. He was quite high.
He was just
walking into this party. Yeah, so it was like just very high, pointing at people like, "Oh my God, you're here!" And I think he actually said, "I'm so glad I'm high for this."
Yeah, I didn't realize it because I've watched it without sound. I didn't know he was high. I thought he was acting a little weird.
Yeah, so did I. It was only when I was watching the episode that I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense.
Yes.
But when they were talking, they were like, oh, there's, like in the video, there's a screenshot of him, like, pointing out and just totally stone-faced, like, oh my God. And they were like, I want that on a t-shirt that says, I did that.
Yeah.
So I drew that and made it a t-shirt. It's not a t-shirt that you can buy yet, but we should maybe add it to the store.
How did you do the beard texture?
So it's literally dark grey underneath, and then over it I've like used a big white light grey paintbrush.
Okay, yeah. So it's the type of brush. Yeah. But from a distance that I'm sitting from my screen right now, it looks like you've taken a photo of the moon and used that for the colour of his hair and his beard.
Yep. The moon, tarmac, something like that. Yeah,
bitumen. You call bitumen's a word in the UK, yeah?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, like bitumen is like what an outdoor basketball court is made out of. Yeah.
So that sort of soft tarmac?
No, it's like road, I guess, but it feels a bit more. It looks a bit more chunky, grainy than like a fine road, fine grain road. We need
Maybe it is a word, and I just don't know.
We need an asphalt expert to dial in.
Yeah.
Let us know what the fuck it is I'm talking about. But speaking of jury,
yeah, speaking of jury, as said, this is both Penn and Jury's birthday, so we get 2 birthday hunky boys today. Mm-hmm. I'm really happy with how Judy came out. I think Teller is the best birthday hunky boy I've ever done. Yeah. Judy is a very close second.
Look, I tell you now, when I was looking at when you posted these minutes before, I saw the pen one and I said, I think I like this one better than the Hunky Boy Mr. March. And I think I was about to say, it appeals to me a bit more. And as I was saying that, I scrolled down and I think my reaction was kind of like, oh, I like this one better than the other pen one. It appeals to me. Oh, okay. Maybe I think that one appeals to me a bit more.
Hello, sailor.
Yeah. There we are.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how Hunky Boy Birthday Judy came out. I like Pen as well. Pen's one's good.
Pen's is still good.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm now forever comparing everybody to Teller's one because Teller's one came out so good. I was so happy with that.
Yep.
But that's all that's been posted this week. I'm due to post a Penn and Teller bi-weekly bit this week, which at this moment in time is currently red ball because I've only started sketching.
Yeah, you've shown me the sketch that you've done so far. All it is Penn and the ball, and Penn doesn't even have a head.
It's not even Penn's head.
Yeah, Penn doesn't have a head. Look,
yeah.
I've got okay, first of all, I want to say, don't be hard on yourself with self-imposed timeline. Oh my God. I think I'm a bit. Don't be hard on yourself with self-imposed timelines and time frames. And
should I be holding up a picture of you here so you can say this to yourself?
Yes, I'm not cutting that out.
No.
Yeah. And also, if you do need an excuse to go by, it's a long weekend here in Perth, so you can be honorary Perth time.
Yeah.
Perth, Western Australia, not Perth, Scotland.
Yeah.
Yep.
I usually if I'm leaving it this late, I get it done during Penn Sunday.
Oh wow, yeah. Because what's the time for you now? What's the time right now?
It is currently 3:20. So
that means how long until Penn Sunday School starts?
Penn Sunday School starts at 8.
Oh, 5 hours.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, I might stay up for Penn Sunday School, but I'd be better off going to sleep, waking up for it.
Yeah, I don't. Sometimes it's not been on.
Yeah.
I don't think it was on last week.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't recommend staying up.
Okay.
If it's something that I'm like, you need to watch this, I will message you and say, you need to watch this.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Because I was going to suggest, I don't know, I'm not working tomorrow. We got time. We could look at a bank show. I don't know, but you've got stuff to do. So. What stuff? Finishing off a Penn and Teller bi-weekly.
I mean, I'm going to stay up for that anyway.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right. So it's on the table. The cards are on the table for us to actually record a bonus episode.
Yeah.
Because it'll be handy for us to have something in the bank for during the start of our trip, which is fast approaching. Yeah. People at home.
This is not to freak either of us out, but this is the second last week of recording.
Oh God.
Before we go.
See, that doesn't even scare me really now after the week I've had.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. I can put my countdown timer back on my home screen again.
Yeah.
Which I'd only just removed.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God. Okay. Arts. Okay, so we've talked jury. We're still talking on this pen one. I like that you write happy birthday pen and happy birthday jury on it. Because Justin Robert Young is probably a bit too long to fit on it. It would have to go across 2 lines. Yeah,
I think it's because I put... Did I put Schwood or Brian? I thought I put Schwood on his.
Yeah, I don't recall.
I did write Schwood on his. On both of his, because he got 2.
Yeah. I don't think anyone... I was waiting. I said to you when you posted the Mr. March, I know you didn't, but I feel like I need to tag Penn Jillette in this. And then I was like, no, it's probably funnier if someone else tags, and no one has. So I'm going to have to do it.
I mean, you're welcome to do it.
I will. Did you? You tagged Justin at least. Oh no, you tagged Penn in the other one. That's perfect. That's fine.
They get tagged in their own birthday post.
Yep.
They don't get tagged in the calendar one.
Yeah, that's okay then.
Mostly because, especially with Penn and Tellers, I don't want to flood their feed.
Of course not. Yeah, and it's hard when it's
Yeah.
When their birthday is at the start of the month, it just fucks with everything.
Yeah, they get tagged in the bi-weekly bit, they get tagged in their birthday post.
Yep. It's like, fucking have the decency to be born at the end of the month.
I can't say that. My birthday's on the 1st.
Yeah, you're right. See, I'm mid-range. I'm acceptable, birthday-wise. Mm-hmm. Yep. Any other artsy stuff you would like to discuss today? Do you want to talk about the bi-weekly bit? Because it's going to get posted.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Let's talk about it as if it exists.
I mean, this took me a long time, and I'm glad it's finally finished.
Yeah. Boy, I thought it was hinky there for a few moments. I didn't know if you were going to get across the line in time, but just.
Yeah. So it's one of those bits that it's harder to do because it's not really got like an iconic look to it.
I disagree.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah. Yep.
What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I told you that I feel like the iconic part is the bit is Red Ball, right?
Yeah.
This is a solo part, a solo bit by Teller, mostly 99% solo, where it's prefaced by saying that it's done by just a ball and a piece of string.
Yeah.
And Teller is doing this amazing shit. You know that it's a ball and string, but is making the ball dance across the stage, basically, as if it is alive. And
it looks like a puppy.
Yeah.
The way it acts like a puppy, and that's what annoys Penn about it. But
yeah. And is done masterfully. But at the end, Penn walks on stage, picks it up by the string, cuts it with some scissors, and then just punts the ball.
Yeah.
And
it's an absolute masterclass in how good Teller is at what he does.
Yep.
Absolute. More than anything else, and I think specifically because they tell you exactly how it's done. You can sit and watch it, but you're still like, I don't know.
Because they're telling you how it's done, but not how it's done. Like, not his control over it, how that's achieved.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
Where the string actually is and where it's coming from, because I still can't quite figure that out.
I don't know how it works. Like, I assume that the string has to be wrapped around him in certain ways, even possibly for it to. I have no idea. Every
time I think I get it, I watch it again, or like it goes on to the next bit, and I'm like, no, it can't be there because he's done that. He's absolute masterclass in closing the doors.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like, for a solo bit, for a solo Teller bit, it seems wrong to say that the iconic part of that trick, to me, is Penn booting that ball.
Yeah. It's certainly a good visual one, because I struggled with what I would do for this trick for a while. But yeah, I think that's what I mean when I say it doesn't have an iconic look, is there's not a poster quality version of it like there is with Silverfish, like there is with Water Tank.
Oh, yeah.
Broken Bottle Juggling. Those all look like they could be taken out the art and be put on a poster for it.
Yeah.
This one, Card in the Ice, which I like the art for that, but that's not. It doesn't even show you what the trick is.
Yeah.
Teller has his eyes shut because it was too creepy with the eyes open.
Yeah. You could do alt versions as well.
I probably could.
Yeah. It could be something to revisit when you run out of bits to do.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Start from
Patreon
one again.
Reward.
Yeah.
Just request alternate bits.
Yeah. Or you know what? You can move. Once you've gone through the entire back catalogue of Penn and Teller bits, you can move on to Piff.
I could. I do enjoy drawing Piff so much. It's that is on the list.
Yep.
It's I'm sure I've got Piff and Pop on the list of stuff to do.
The Dragon Song. I want to say the Dragon Song. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I might have that. Put that one in the bank.
Gosh, how good. I don't know. Maybe some stars will align for some reason, and there's going to be a Piff and Pop thing going on. I doubt it. So it's highly, highly, highly unlikely, but my God.
Yeah.
Also,
do you know what? I think Penn deserves a new pop suit.
Yeah.
Because this is the old style.
It's not the velvet. Yes.
That's a stunning suit. Every time I see pictures of it, I'm like, oh, God.
I'm still trying to worm my way into getting a Piff crew. When I left Vegas last time, for the last time, I can't remember what the post was or whatever, and I think I said something like, I wonder who I'd have to kidnap to get one of those Piff crew hoodies. And Jade said, maybe you'll receive one in the post. I didn't.
No,
that's fine.
She only said maybe.
Yeah, exactly. She's true to the word. It was a maybe.
I mean, it's very highly unlikely, but for the same reason, I would very much like a Penn and Teller crew hoodie.
Yeah.
Considering I do Penn's postcard art.
I think we're both entitled to these hoodies.
I think it's not. There's no shame in asking.
Yeah, exactly. See, look, here's one of my issues. It's been a heavy Wayne issue podcast week. Whereas I have little confidence in certain things within myself when it shouldn't be the case, and I've got way too much confidence in things that I have no right having confidence for.
Yep.
Right? That's that is so I feel like we no problem saying, hey, we should. You're on the fucking payroll. You're on the payroll. I'm not on a payroll.
I know. That's my point.
Yeah. Fuck. Shit. Yeah, you deserve a Penn and Teller crew more than I deserve a Piff crew.
I really hope. I've heard that sometimes the long-suffering Laura does the merch stand, and I really hope she does it at least one of the nights we're there, so I can go, Laura, hi,
and straight away probably know Scottish accent must be Brogan.
Yeah. Just want to say, is there anything I can do to make your life easier?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think it's not easy.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yeah. You know what? I'll say to Laura, hey, you got any of those signed Penn and Teller photos so I don't have to write to you and you don't have to worry about sending me? I'll take it now. I'll take it home. I need a new one. It must be different to that one. Have you got one of them? Did you request one? Hang on. It's not on the fridge anymore. It's away in my book.
I don't think I requested a signed one.
Oh, really? I mean, I had to do it twice because the first time got missed. But
I didn't know. I don't think I knew I could.
Yeah.
I think at the time, I was so stuck. The one thing I wanted at that merch stand was that vinyl.
Oh, yeah. I
wanted the vinyl. That was the only thing I wanted. And I got more than that. But as soon as I knew I had that, everything else was fine.
If it's still there, it'll take a lot to stop me, I think. Unless the new one is out, but I doubt it. Is there flashing lights going on there in your room? Look at your camera. Is there a fire? I think it might have just been camera artifacts going on. Bulbasaur. Mr. Piffle.
It might be the light outside. I've got this.
Yeah. You're wondering why I'm just saying random things because Brogan's adjusting the camera because there was like some weird lights showing up. And speaking of Mr. Piffles, every time now I see something, like if I go and play pool, and I don't know how much pool you play, but there's a version of pool called Kelly's Pool, where you have a little a bottle with numbers, with numbers, and like you take numbers out. Yeah. But it's not just for Kelly's Pool, it's also for a game that's sweeping the nation called Swirly Ball. Well, I'll talk about that one day. But every time, like if I'm putting one of the balls back in the thing, I like put it on the edge of the lip, and it's just Mr. Piff saying, "No, buddy, don't do it. It's not worth it." And then I just like push it into the hole. It's like yesterday, I saw ducks near the TAFE again, and there was a duck standing on the edge of a wall. I was like, "No, buddy, don't do it. It's not worth it." I love it so much.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's my second favourite Piff and Piffles.
I know what the first favourite is because it's Mr. Squeaky.
Mr. Squeaky, I love Mr. Squeaky.
Good. I was having a conversation about this damn fucking dog, and it's insane.
Did you see on Instagram that there was a video that Piff put up that is somebody holding Mr. Piffles like a baby?
Yeah,
and it was
wasn't
so
me.
Cute.
Because
no, it wasn't.
You've seen me holding Mr. Piffles the one time, because I
want to hold Mr. Piffles again. He was so soft.
Mr. Piffles is a good dog.
He's a good boy.
Where are we? Probably. It might be starting to get a bit
What's
late.
your art talk?
My art talk, as always, is the podcast within a podcast. They're not so good at this podcast, but we also did some title cards, I guess. Which we talked a little bit about last episode, or was it this episode? I don't remember. I was talking about art styles changing. Yeah, it was last episode. And you talked about this version of the Matt Donnelly on the...
I just heard something, and I don't know what it was.
Someone has broken. It's just the parents coming home. It's just the parents.
It is.
Yeah.
It just sounded awful loud, and I was like... The fuck is that?
This isn't a moment like Paul Mattingly being scared half to death by his wife Anne McPheeters coming home.
No, I mean it's every time I hear that though, I'm always paranoid because there was that one time that they were recording something. It was like an actual shootout.
Yeah, yeah. All right, before we were rudely interrupted by your folks, the podcast within a podcast, they're not so good at this podcast.
Not so good at this.
The first comic we're looking at today is The first part... me talk off. The first comic we're looking at today is Sad Pirate number 32, working title, Siren. It's 4 panels long. In the first panel, we see Sad Pirate and is a bit aghast because there's a woman standing in front of him and is saying, "Yar, you be naked." And in the second panel, the woman responds,
"Yeah, I'm a siren. It's in the job description."
And in the third panel, clearly already being under the effects of the siren, Sad Pirate is saying, "Siren, eh? How'd you like to seduce me with your song?" And in the last panel, the siren responds,
"Please go away."
That's the comic. This one took me a little bit to do.
It's that black. I need to say this because it's bugging me. It's that
mouse.
Black spot next to.
Yeah. It's the.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
See how it changes color as well to white when it goes over certain things.
Oh,
that's one update I like in Photoshop. But no, this one took me a while because I had, for starters, I had no business streaming on Saturday. No business whatsoever. Because it was that's why I was concerned how today's recordings were going to go.
Yeah.
At one point, I discovered something. Did I already tell you this? No? I discovered how to do something new in Photoshop.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah. And I was like ecstatic. It's like, oh my God, how did I not know about this? And then I fucked one little tiny major thing up. And then with all sincerity, I said, I fucking hate myself. I probably shouldn't be saying that on stream. But no, I was even like, at one point I was talking about dead cats. And yeah, Chris was there. Chris can attest. It was in context.
Yeah.
But also because I had to draw the hair differently, and I didn't want to draw like a naked mermaidy siren thing. I was like, I've got the hair sort of like draped in front of the chest region, the breastises, and it was just a struggle working out how to draw that, and I couldn't get any good references because when you search siren, it's all like monsters and stuff. So yeah, there's not really anything for that. But I think it only looks a little bit like that guy with the weird fleshy head bit in Star Wars, you know, Jabba's dude, Jabba's servant guy.
I knew what it was immediately, so
okay.
I think you're good.
Cool. I'm happy with that then.
Not so good at this.
And the other comic we're looking at today is comic number 424, working title Ghost Spider, and it's 5 panels long. In the first panel, we see what appears to be a ghost spider hanging from some web, and it's talking to someone, and they're saying, "Hey, I'm the spider you killed yesterday." And in the second panel, this person responds,
"Oh, I remember. It was fucking terrifying. All those baby spiders."
And we see the ghost spider reacting to this, looking all sad. And in the last panel, we see a whole bunch of baby ghost spiders also hanging from webs, and the ghost spider saying, "Yeah, they're here too." That's the comic. And that comic was forced. I was forced to draw that comic by Chris the Microscope. I don't have anything to say about Chris, but trust me, if I didn't draw it, shit would have gone down. He probably would have forced ghost spiders upon me, like cursed me with ghost spiders. I can only imagine. This is the problem when I'm drawing comics and not posting them. I don't finish them off like with like the text on the bottom and shit. Well, that was a good show. We haven't had an episode with Cheesebag Mail in a while. I enjoy Cheesebag Mail.
That's true.
That's
true.
So, dear listener, if you've got Vegas suggestions, maybe just America suggestions for us. I mean, I know not all of you are in America, so maybe those of you who are not, maybe things that you think we should do or that you would like to do, might encourage us, give us ideas of things to do. You know, podcast content and stuff. That's always handy. Yeah. But no, mainly I like Cheesebag Mail because I like playing the Cheesebag Mail deck.
That's true.
But yeah, send us your emails, admin@nicepodbud.com, or, you know, shout at us on Twitter, at nicepodbud, and look, other places as well. We're at everywhere. We are at nicepodbud.
You're really not speaking well today.
I'm not. But you can also talk directly, like immediately and directly, maybe not immediately, time zones exist, but to Brogan Hastings at 7 billion needles.
And you can talk to Wayne directly at Wayne Geo.
Twitter's getting a little bit better, I found, because I know, not like in terms of content, but in terms of I no longer have to fully type out Brogan to find you now. I just type in BR and it's coming up with Brogan suggestion again. It's great. But there's still some things where it fucks up. Don't get me started. I mean, it's a hellhole, but we're not going to stop using it.
I survived Tumblr for over 10 years. I can survive Twitter.
Yep. I survived internet relay chat and the scum of the earth, so seasoned here. Seasoned curlies.
We paid our dues.
Yep. We deserve a good social media platform. We deserve a good form of internet communication. I mean, look, You know what? I think this might be it. Zoom and podcasts.
Zoom.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and having a listen.
As always, stay fresh, cheese bags.